right now is where the sales are, is where the activity is. And so our colleagues have gone back to Washington, D.C. We're going to push again for $15,000 and have it go to every homeowner, anybody that buys a home, even if it's your second home, if you sold your home and buying another property. Now, how will it come out of Congress? We don't know, but what we have today is $8,000 that ends on the end of November. See, so if you want to hedge and say, you know, the one in the hand, two in the bush kind of attitude, then you should buy a home and close it before the end of the month of November. And how is that feasible? I mean, here we are, the 21st of October, and we're looking to close in.
It's certainly feasible for us. I get loan requests in the day before loan committee, and I can close it the day after loan committee. It's up to the first lender to see how they work, and Larry would be the one that would answer that question.
Now, loan committee, do they meet once a week?
No, we meet twice a month.
Twice a month. Okay.
The first and third Tuesday of the month.
Okay, so if the package got together by the first Thursday of the month or the third, either one, because once it gets to the title company, they can close it and fund it.
Exactly.
I know the Bank of Idaho has same-day funding, so by same-day funding, we're saying that they would be able to close. You could sign the documents to close the loan and record that day, so it would be your home the day you sign. Some loan officers, some loan mortgage companies, you know, it's set next day or maybe a couple days down the line. So again, one of the benefits of Bank of Idaho is that when you're ready to close the loan, you get to fund that day, and it's your property. So,
you know, Mary, if you had a pressing situation, could you call an emergency loan committee meeting?
Oh, absolutely. I could either call an emergency loan committee meeting, or I could scan everything and send it to the different members. And we've done this and gotten them approved. One thing I did forget to mention is for any program that we offer, they have to take a home buyer's education class. It's held once a month, and if it's going to hold up somebody's closing or they work on weekends and there's absolutely no way that they can come, we do a self-study. We would rather that they're at the class and actually hearing what's going on, but no way are we going to hold up somebody's closing.
That's
it will happen.
You know, the statistics are amazing too on people that take the first-time home buyers class. They're much less likely to default on their loan. They perform a lot better. They're better homeowners. They learn how to take care of their property. And the first-time homebuyers class is just a tremendous benefit to people.
Now, there's a cost to that?
It is, but it's $10 per person.
Oh, okay.
It is offered online. It's for Idaho Housing and Finance, but that's $50 a person. So for $10 a person, it's we like to see what we can save people money.
How many hours is that class?
It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning and it goes till about 3 in the afternoon.
And one time, a bunch of...
One time.
Oh, just one time.
It's a Saturday. It's a one-time deal.
Okay.
It's good for 2 years.
Okay.
So if you took it today and you decided not to buy a house, it's still good for 2 years.
And it is good information. And I think they bring in, as I recall, there's a realtor that...
They bring in a realtor. They bring in a title company, insurance agent. Anybody that's they're going to have to deal with in purchasing that home, they come in and they actually explain what their role is in purchasing that home. So it makes you familiar not only with what you're doing, but with the language, because the mortgage language is a little different than everything else. So it just makes them more comfortable.
Sure. No, I think a lot of people, I'm going to read everything, and it's so difficult. Once you read that deed of trust, in fact, I usually tell people if you're having trouble sleeping, that's a great document to pull out. You know? This is not one that you get very versed in, and I've only read it one time. I mean, who wants to read that more than once?
Right.
But, well, you know, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. So see you in a little bit.
For years, you dreamed of a home with a view. Yet now, you're gazing upon something even more precious. If you're ready, the time to buy is now. Affordability has improved and interest rates are low. The National Association of Realtors wants you to know that homeownership is an investment in your future. To learn more about your local market, talk to a realtor and visit housingmarketfacts.com. Every market's different. Call a realtor today.
Welcome back to Realtor Talk. We were just discussing at the break, or at the commercial, about qualifications and the concern you have in qualifying for a loan. So Larry Bell's going to discuss, and Mary, let's talk a little bit about the qualifications, what they can expect.
You know, what I strongly recommend is if somebody's interested in buying a house, is take 45 minutes out of your day, meet with a loan officer. They can take an application, and they can tell you exactly where you stand. The other thing is it's a good educational process for somebody. They'll learn a lot about the loan process, the home buying process, and probably the best news is it's free.
Yeah,
so you can go in and you can find out exactly where you stand. I think one of the misconceptions that's in the public right now is it's really difficult to qualify for a loan, and certainly qualifying standards are a little higher than they were a few years ago, but it's still fairly easy to get a loan. You don't have to have extremely high credit scores. When we make a loan now, we're a little more focused on buyer qualification because we don't want to put somebody in a house that they can't afford. We don't want a bad outcome with this. So we're really looking out for the borrower. We're trying to get them into a house that they can afford and they'll be happy with, and they'll stay in it for a long time.
Good. Good. Mary, do you have something on that same thought?
Well, we set some guidelines, and 680 credit score is usually where we start at. We do foreclosure counseling, so we do see a lot of people in foreclosure. So sometimes our debt to income, we will talk to people and say, you know, you're really way over your head, you shouldn't go that high. And we're not doing it, you know, because we don't want them to buy a home.
Sure.
We're doing it because we don't want them in our offices in a year or two because they're in foreclosure. Like Larry said, you know, we just want to make sure that they can afford their homes. Right. And that they're comfortable living there. We want to see them be homeowners for a long time.
Right. Now, can they meet with you? I know they can meet with Larry on a pre-qualification. If someone's thinking about buying, can they come in and do a credit counseling?
Yeah. Absolutely, they can meet with me. I can pull credit and I can look at their credit. If somebody's credit scores are too low, I work with them. I can work with them to help them get that cleared up. I've had people where just recently, I had somebody that I've worked a year with.
Fantastic.
And now they've got to the point where they can purchase a home. We also have financial fitness classes, which are held once a quarter, and they actually teach people how to budget money and different things like that. And if you take those classes and buy the book, then we can fill out a form that we send to the credit bureau, and it does raise their scores a little bit. Okay. So that's a course that if somebody's having problems, you know, their credit's just not great, they're not sure which way to go, either come in and talk to me or sign up for our financial fitness classes.
And that fitness class, that's great. That's a good term for it. What is there a cost involved in that?
It is. There's $10 if they want the book. Okay. Otherwise, there's no. Okay. It's just the time element. That's held quarterly, and it's 2 Saturdays in a row. It's not all day. It only goes till noon. Okay. But you have to attend both the classes.
Okay. Well, you know, and I have to say I've done that with my clients. You send them to a loan officer and said, you know, it doesn't sound like you're ready to do it right now. You had a bankruptcy, but let's get you to a loan officer. You can get a game plan, like you said. In a year's time, they were able to purchase a home. Had they not come to you, they wouldn't have known what it's going to take. What do I need to do?
Exactly.
So it really does offer them the ability, even if they can't buy today because of some credit issues or concerns of that. Let's get those answered. If they are there, let's get a game plan, because these homes are going to be affordable for a number of years. I mean, that's one thing about Pocatello is we are very affordable here.
Well, and we're going to have infill houses, and we're going to have loan programs. Right. And, you know, when one program goes away, it's amazing how the door opens and another one comes in. Right. You know, so there's always something there. Right. All they have to do is make an appointment, come and talk